Welcome back, guys, it's Kydro, and we have the second drip marketing after the announcement of the Zani banner, which just broke the freaking internet. This was freaking viral on Japan, the #1 hashtag, etc. But today's spotlight we're gonna give to the elf girl. The Bard of Rina Sita is coming in 2.3 in the second phase, which Zani is gonna be the first banner, and it seems like the Ciaccona will be in the second half of the update. This is somewhat of a beautiful picture. A lot of people were pointing out in this artwork that there's actually a lot to see. Well, first of all, there's a book, which might be an indicator of some of the abilities that we have seen in her cutscene, by the way, because yeah, this is a character that already appeared in the story, so I can actually show some footage of what she actually looks like in the game, which, let's be real, I do think she's very beautiful. It's somewhat of the most beautiful character design and outfits that we have seen in the game. Now, we're gonna jump back into the drip marketing because something interesting is going on. But yeah, she's playing on her guitar, somewhat, I don't know what this instrument is called. It's something that bards use, okay? It's its own specific term for this instrument. But yeah, I'm gonna just call it the guitar. Something interesting going on behind her because there is another two Ciacconas. Yeah, we got another two clones of her. Maybe she's like creating illusions or clones of herself that also play music with her. I will also not try to say which type of instruments these are. You can see it, they have different types of instruments, and it seems like they play music with her. Yeah, because she's a bard, it makes sense. They also drip market her with some information, of course. Ciaccona, the Bard of Rina Sita, is a free-spirited, romantic, sincere, and passionate. On her journey, she sang radiant poems of saints and heroes, weaving tales of people, miracles, turmoil, and suffering, along with the sorrow of death and farewell. Well, we got another video also that has some really good music. We're gonna listen to this, watch this. Maybe there's some indicators of some of her abilities, maybe her weapon. Let's check this out. It's opening a book with some music. Okay. I mean, it's a beautiful artwork, by the way. This is so beautiful. This is so pretty. Let's watch this a second time. Like, I love how they've improved with the drip marketings in general. The artworks look amazing. This looks so good. But yeah, you can definitely see these illusions moving in the background. Realistically speaking, this is a bard, and it might be that one of her abilities is maybe going to be playing music. Okay, it might be not too crazy of a thing to speculate here. Now, is she going to be a healer? It would make sense, to be honest, because I do think bards are always in video games a supportive role. So I do think it would make sense that she's going to be something like a support. Maybe she's going to be a sub DPS and her illusions help you attack things. Maybe she's just buffing up your stats. We have not seen like a stat buffer since a while that actually buffs up your crit rate or crit damage. I actually think that Shorekeeper is the only character in the game right now that can help you get both of the buffs with her Stellar Realm, because if you ult with SK, you get crit rate and crit damage. So it would be cool if maybe she's going to be a stat buffer, because in a lot of video games, these bards actually are pretty freaking good, buff up the whole team. So I do assume she's going to be something like that. Also, weapon-wise, is she going to have a book? Is she going to have like a sword that is like an instrument? Honestly, that's going to be very hard to guess her weapon type here. It could also be that she's a rectifier. Maybe her book is like something of an indication. Since she also has like some powers that help with frequencies for resonators, like she did with Rover, since she actually helped her getting some of her memories back, is there going to be somewhat of ability with this? And another small text here that actually gives maybe a hint of her abilities. She quietly seeks, perceives, and listens to the vibrant melodies woven into all things. With her heart as her guide, she paints these melodies into poetry, weaves them into stories, and breathes new life into them, granting each a newfound meaning. So breathes a new life gives me huge indication that she's going to be a healer. I don't know how you guys think about this, but this one sentence right there might be a big indicator that she's like a healer, and maybe even a buffer that buffs up your units. And also, we are missing a character right now that is tailored for Rover Arrow element, because we kind of need more characters that apply arrow erosion or negative statuses for our rover. So this could be the perfect opportunity maybe that this character is somewhat of a negative status applier or even a buffer for our main character, because there's not a lot of characters that synergize that well with our Arrow Rover right now. Well, she's coming out in 2.3 after Zani, which one thing I didn't mention in the last video with Zani is that the anniversary is also coming up in 2.3, and a lot of people are speculating, is Zani going to be free? Is Ciaccona going to be free? Nobody knows, right? We can imagine that there's something going to happen with some gifts for the players. We will get some free pulls, some free stuff, maybe a skin. I don't know. Everything is possible. But what it comes down to is, do we have these free pulls on day one of the update, or do we get these free pulls in the second half? Because the anniversary is actually on 22nd of May, but the update for 2.3 is coming on April 28th. So if you think about that maybe we will not be able to get these free pulls for Zani, but it just depends how they actually distribute the free pulls for this patch, because it could be that we get some of the pulls already on day one when the update drops. That's just me speculating, of course. Let's see how they do it. But one thing is for sure, she's one of the most expressive characters in the game. People have fallen in love with this dork. She's so funny, she was so cool in the story, and I was honestly a bit sad because there was not a lot of cutscenes with her, because she was only in the beginning and then there was nothing anymore. But yeah, she was so cute in some of these scenes and also funny. This is an uplifting, very funny character. Very excited for her. And also, I'm super happy that she's going to be coming very, very soon. With Zani, of course. But let's be real, it's going to be very hard to get the same hype with that Zani has right now. She can turn into a freaking demon queen with Super Saiyan hair and a huge freaking blade on a drip marketing. Yeah, this drip marketing, by the way, broke all the records. It has the most likes, most views that we've ever seen in any drip marketing before. We will see it more in the upcoming weeks, upcoming days. Just make sure to stick around on my channel, subscribe, of course. Let me know also what you guys think about Ciaccona. Do you plan to pull her? Which element do you think she's going to be? Is she gonna be an Arrow character, because her text color here is like in greenish color? Looks very much like Arrow, to be honest. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.